This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 15. And it says, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So I want to start off as always by saying, giving all praise, honor and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakadash. Yahweh being the one true name of the God of the Bible, the God of Israel, Yahweh. Yahweh Shai being the name of his only begotten Son, the one that the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. The names are Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. There's no Jehovah and there's no Jesus because there are no J's in Hebrew. And Hebrew is the Lashon Kodash, Holy Tongue, the first language. And the Lord spoke Hebrew. So as I said, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakadash. Double honours to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And a sincere shalom to all you Arkim who be pushing this word around the globe in faith and in truth and in sincerity. And as always, I start by saying that we are the true Hebrew Israelites. We are the true descendants of the man in the Bible who is named Israel. So therefore, we are the Israelites. And the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, Mexicans, Colombians, Bolivians, Ecuadorians, Haitians, the people of the West Indies, Jamaica, Barbados, and also the people of West Africa. We are the true descendants of the man in the Bible named Israel. Now, this doesn't apply to just the people who I mentioned before. This also applies to anybody who may look like any of the other nations. But if you believe on this word 100%, if you believe in the 100% truth of the King James 1611 Bible, and you believe on the names of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, then you too might be an Israelite, because Israel has been scattered amongst all nations throughout our various captivities. So therefore, we're going to look like all nations, but your nationality is determined by the seed line of your father, pertaining to Numbers chapter 1 and 18. And it's one of the curses of Deuteronomy 28 that we be scattered amongst all nations. So if you'd like to learn more about the nations that fall under the 12 tribes, just Google GMS 12 tribe sign. So in today's lesson, I'm going to go into a bit more Mark of the Beast prophecy. I caught a video by one of the brothers. I believe his channel is called GMS Hawaii Howda. Yeah, I think that's the name of the channel. I saw a video he put up of a commercial from, I think it's a German bank called Sparda-Bank, where they're promoting the Mark of the Beast technology out in your face in plain sight. So let's see if I can pull the video up here, and I'm going to play it, and then I'm going to get some scriptures, because we're coming into that time where Esau's going to be making his big push. So yeah, here's the advert. I'll play the advert, and then I'll do a commentary and bring out some scriptures. So let's play this. Alright, now before I start, I should just say that basically there's a lot of hidden symbolism in this advert. Yeah, nothing here is placed by coincidence. Everything has been meticulously and carefully designed. Yeah, so what you've got on the screen here is you've got two basically sodomites, or transgenders I should say, and they're here. Now basically what Esau is doing, he's showing what he wants his new world order to look like in this commercial, where you've got men dressed as women, people walking around with microchips in their hand. This is the world that Esau wants, yeah? So he's putting it in this commercial, and I'll let it play. So if you want to know what Esau's new world order looks like, you're looking at it right here.
Hallo.
Hi. Die ist doch bestimmt Veganerin. Sag mal, die hat doch was machen lassen.
Stimmt. Die einzige Baufinanzierung, die unter die Haut geht.
Let me play that again, yeah? Because there's a lot in that. Let me play that again.
Sag mal, hast du schon den Garten von Germans gesehen?
Ah ja, das ist ja
Diesen Flamingos im Vorgarten, das wird das doch niemals machen.
Hallo.
Hi. Die ist doch bestimmt Veganerin. Sag mal, die hat doch was machen lassen.
einzige Baufinanzierung, die unter die Haut geht.
Okay, do you see that? So for all you people out there trying to teach that the mark of the beast isn't the RFID implantable microchip, you people are full of shit, man, and you're leading people astray. And Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to require their blood at your hands. You know, you're going to be held responsible for that. Yeah. So basically, as we can see in this commercial, you had these two, you know, transgenders there, men dressed as women, and then this woman comes out the car, says hello to them, and she walks up to her house and she uses her hand to open the door without using any keys. She just puts her hand up to the RFID reader and the door opens. And those transgenders were shocked because they're like, oh, the way I'm decoding this video is, I might be wrong because I don't know German, but basically those transgenders thought they were as good as that woman, but that woman's got some new technology that they hadn't even heard of. That's why they're looking shocked, like, oh, she's got something that we haven't heard of. That's kind of what they're doing in this commercial. So let me just
Sag mal, hast du schon den Garten von Germans gesehen?
Ah ja, das ist ja preislich.
coincidence that this transgender's got a pair of what do you call them, garden shears in his hand, because that symbolizes them cutting off their rods. Yeah, it's all symbolism, man. When you know how to deconstruct images, you can see the hidden meanings behind things.
Muss auch vorhalten, das wird also niemals machen.
Hallo.
Hi.
And then he makes that sniffing sound as if he's like frustrated that that woman's a real woman and he's not. That's why they've done the snip. But that's going into symbolism and stuff. But as you can see, you got this woman coming out the car here.
Ist doch bestimmt Veganerin. Sag mal, die hat doch was machen lassen.
There you go. You see that? What's she doing? She's putting her hand up to the RFID reader. It reads her hand and it unlocks the door.
Stimmt. Die einzige Baufinanzierung.
Show here. RFID chip in the hand. Yeah, that's what she used to open the door. So let me get the scriptures again if I can. For those who are talking shit that RFID, for those of you talking shit that the mark of the beast is an RFID chip, you need to shut the fuck up, man. You need to shut the fuck up, otherwise Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to destroy you. So let's get it here. It says, Revelation 13 and 14, it says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had the power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by the sword and did live. And that's talking about the Roman Empire coming back up into prominence, because we're living currently in the second Roman Empire, yeah? The first Roman Empire fell. That's why it says the beast was mortally wounded to its head, but it didn't die, it rose back up, yeah? And in verse 15 it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Because ultimately what Esau's going to want to do is force everybody to get this implantable microchip technology. And if they don't, they're going to be put to death, yeah? That's the prophecy. And verse 16 says, and he calls if all, here's the point, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So, that's the prophecy, and here's the judgment for what happens if you take that mark. Hey, here's the judgment, yeah? And I've got to start from Revelation 14 and 8, and it says, and there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen. Now Babylon is America right now. Yeah, America in the Bible is known as Babylon the Great. It says, and there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all the nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire, and in the presence with fire, and brimstone, in the presence of the holy angels, and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth his mark or of his name. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Yahushua. So basically, that scripture tells you the judgment for taking this mark. And as you can see here, Slakia, hang on. Get this out of the way. As you can see here, Esau's going hard in promoting this shit. I mean, what is that? Is that not showing directly a microchip implanted under the skin? Because that's exactly what Esau wants to do. He wants to insert his branding tool, which is this mark, to say that he owns you. And if you take that mark, you're basically saying, yeah, I'm down with Esau and I'm happy for him to be my master. And you're basically turning your back on Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Now, as I said, this message is only really for you Israelites, yeah? Because it doesn't matter if you're a heathen, you're still going to get destroyed in the judgment. Because there's no salvation for any other nation other than the nation of Israel. Yeah, so you heathens can take the mark all you want, you know. Same with you Edomites. Because no amount of repentance is going to give you salvation from the coming tribulation that's coming on the earth. So I want to get Deuteronomy 7 and 6 to prove what I just said. Now obviously if you're an Israelite foreigner, meaning that if your seed line goes back to the man named Jacob in the Bible via your father's line, as I said at the start, then you too are an Israelite. Because this is about seed lines, yeah? But if you're not and you're a genuine straight up heathen, then you're basically screwed, man. Because you touched the apple of the Lord's eye by coming up against Israel, yeah? So here's Deuteronomy 7 and 6, and it says, this is Yahweh speaking, it says, for thou art a holy people unto Yahweh thy power. Yahweh thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Yahweh did not set his love upon you, nor choose you because you were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people. But because Yahweh loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, being Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, hath Yahweh brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Know therefore that Yahweh thy power, he is a power, that the faithful power, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations. So, as I said, salvation is only for the elect of Israel. 2/3 of Israel is going to be destroyed in this coming judgment. So, I want to go back into this video. If I can move this shit out of the way. Yeah. Go back into this video because there's some comments on the comment board. This is a bit slow, man. So, I'm going to turn the phone angle. Now, as you can see, it's got 179 likes, but 2,900k. I think that's 2,900k dislikes. So, proportionately speaking, there's more people who dislike this commercial than those who like it. And as I said, this is by Sparda-Bank Berlin, and it's a spiritual. It's got 66 subscribers, because in the scriptures it says the number of the beast is 636, so that's kind of spiritual number there. But let's go into the comments. In the comment section, 2001k or 2.1k comments. Now this was posted 3 weeks ago by Sparda-Bank themselves, and I'm going to translate what it says here using Google Translate. So as you can see, I believe this is German on the screen if I'm not mistaken. Now bear with me, I've got my computer running here as well, so I'm just going to get Google Translate and copy what it says. So yeah, it's German. I'm going to read what it says. It says here, this is by the people who made the commercial Sparda-Bank. It says, we appreciate the healthy culture of debate and the numerous opinions about our campaign, and want to make it clear that we certainly do not want to offend anyone with our spot. We as Sparda-Bank Berlin stand for tolerance and diversity in every respect, and expressly oppose anti-human positions. Despite the controversy of the topics, we ask to remain objective. With this promotion, we will not force anyone to get an NFC implant, but offer it as a voluntary free extra as long as we complete mortgage lending by the end of the year. The NFC chip in the implant is designed for short radio links of 1 to 4 millimeters, purely passive, and is therefore activated by induction only for the duration of the transmission. It is neither in our interest nor technically possible to monitor customers or control trips remotely. We expressly distance ourselves from this. So basically, there's been a backlash to this commercial because I think people are kind of catching on that, hang on a minute, this is the mark of the beast. So let's see what other people say in response to this statement by them. Hold on, bear with me. Just pulling it up here. Got to put it into the translate. Right now, this comment here had 221 replies. So let's see what some of the responses say. Just translating it now. So, right. So let's get here. So like here. It's not showing that. Right, so hang on a minute. It's showing on my computer screen, but when I'm clicking here to see the additional comments, it's not showing for some reason. Alright, hang on. Alright, fuck it, man. I'm just going to read the comments as I see them, yeah? These are some of the comments. It says, talking you have lost with the action. The chip is still volunteers, but soon we shall all have one. So save your tolerance and your good humanity. The she-male is not the problem. It is more likely that the agenda behind the chip in the hand, maybe you should look at the conspiracy theories around the chip and start to understand what is played here slowly but surely. Hashtag NWO. Hashtag New World Ordering. Oh, so you see, people aren't stupid, man. They're seeing what's going on. Let's get another comment here. Slacky, I can't show him on the screen because Esau's been... No, actually, it is showing here. Hang on. This is the comment I'm translating. Bear with me. So let's see. This says, RFID chips will become misanthropic, so please delete yourself. Ooh. People are pissed, boy. And that comment's got 182 likes. The previous comment had 323 likes. So Esau's propaganda isn't really cutting him across, man, because I'm sure everybody on this comment board isn't of the elect, but they can see that this is the mark of the beast. So it says, this comment says, not yet, nice try, but what you have to achieve here is the very last. Whenever you think it cannot get any worse, there is someone who cannot do it. Disgusting and absolutely inhumane action. In the ground, you should be ashamed. Oh, people are pissed. So let's get this comment from some person called Hagen Greel. Hagen Greel. Yeah, it's not showing on my screen here, but on the phone screen, but I've got it on the computer here. So let's just translate what this says. Alright, so it goes, at Sparda-Bank Berlin, the problem is not that your chip now leads to monitoring, probably not, but your chip is the first step on the way to surveillance hell. If you think this to the end, the chip in the, let's say, 5th generation allows total enslavement of all citizens. The fact that the chip is passive, by the way, is completely irrelevant, because every time it is driven, it could be fed with personal data when shopping, what I have shopped, the doctor, what my medical data are, not to mention that such a chip could be used for future compulsory medication. Hell, worse than 1984. Yeah, boy, people are waking up to this shit. Beautiful, man. Even though it's not going to offset the prophecies, but let's see what else people say. Get a comment from someone called Simon here. Let's see. Let's translate this. Hold on. All right, here we go. So this says, who believes he would benefit from a chip under the skin lives, from my point of view, hard on the side of information. Hey, Sparda-Bank, keep your filth. We don't want him. So that's a bit of a, basically someone saying they don't want the chip. Let me get one more comment here. Hopefully it's edifying one. So Sparda-Bank's comment was essentially to try and damage control this commercial, because this commercial has, as I said, it has 179 likes but 2.9k dislikes. So that's a huge disproportionate balance there. I mean, if they had any damn sense, they'd probably take the advert down, but the advert's still there. But obviously it's there because Hashem Yahushua wants it to be up there. So let's see what this person says. This person's name is, not that it matters, but Dooku Lover. I guess this is a Star Wars fan. It says Dooku Lover, the character from Star Wars, Count Dooku. So it says, people are watchful. First they will say you can pay with the smartphones. Then they will say you have all your papers on smartphones: ID card, driver's license, health card, file, birth certificates, etc. Then it will be so obvious that everyone joins in. Who does not then is Nazi. Then comes the next stage. Even more convenient if you carry your data on a chip with you, and again people will join in. The voluntariness is important for their plans. They build on voluntariness, which changes then to the must, because then just nowhere without these chips will achieve something. So lucky, obviously this person's speaking in German and it's translating it, so it's, might be a bit broken English, but it goes on to say there will be no more paper documents, and so everyone makes voluntary. Then they have their perfect slave people, spits on the banks. They are part of the globalists and the New World Order. Despise them as they despise you and avoid them. You are not slaves. Wake up, fight back. You are strong and more. Boom. These German people are coming out swinging, man. It's quite impressive. I never expected there to be such a widespread backlash, but that just goes to show that this word has got out there, because if these people are totally ignorant to Satan's devices, Esau would be able to pull this chip without no problems. But us prophets being out there on the highways and the byways preaching this word week in week out at camp and putting up our videos every week, we're pulling down this man's kingdom. We're tearing down his plans. So let's just get this comment one more time that Sparda-Bank made to try and damage control this situation, because it's a very interesting thing to observe. So they obviously know that, hang on a minute, this commercial has backfired and we're having to damage control this. So let me see if I can find their comment. Scrolling back up to the top. Hang on. Yeah, here it is. Found it. So I mean, I could go all day just pulling comments off the comments on this video, but we're already at the 23-minute mark, and I want to try and wrap this up because I know some people don't have very long attention spans. But this is the comment from Sparda-Bank themselves again. But I might just go through this and read this again on my own time, because there's a lot of interesting things being said here. But this is from the bank themselves, Sparda-Bank. They said, "We appreciate the healthy culture of debate and the numerous opinions about our campaign, and want to make it clear that we certainly do not want to offend anyone with our spot. We as Sparda-Bank Berlin stand for tolerance and diversity in every respect and expressly oppose anti-human positions. Despite the controversy of the topics, we ask to remain objective. With this promotion, we will not force anyone to get an NFC implant, but offer it as a voluntary, free extra as long as we complete mortgage lending by the end of the year. The NFC chip in the implant is designed for short radio lengths of 1 to 4 millimeters, purely passive, and is therefore activated by induction only for the duration of the transmission. It is neither in our interest nor technically possible to monitor customers or control chips remotely. We expressly distance ourselves from this." But it doesn't matter, because people can see through your bullshit, man. Your bullshit ain't flying, Esau. So Let's cut back to the scriptures one last time, and I'm going to close this out. So it says here, I want to get Revelation, 13, 15. And it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of his man, and his number is 666. Now the judgment for taking this mark is Revelation 14 and 9. I'm going to start from verse 8, and it says, and there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all the nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So that fire and brimstone is talking about the thermonuclear destruction, which is going to hit when the nukes drop on America, and all across the world those nukes are going to hit. But it's going to be mainly America that's going to get nuked off. But not only that, Yahushua is coming back in what the world ignorantly calls UFOs, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire, which is Isaiah 66 and 15. A beautiful precept. I'm going to close out on this. I love this one, Isaiah 66, because this just makes the point, man. 66 and 15 states, it says, for behold, Yahweh will come with fire, and with his chariots, which are the UFOs, which are the chariots of Israel in the Bible. So it says once again, Isaiah 66 and 15, for behold, the Lord will, for behold, Yahweh will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with his fury, and his... let me start again, man. For behold, Yahweh will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will Yahweh plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahweh shall be many. So that's the point, man. Don't take this RFID implantable microchip if you know what's good for you. Otherwise, you're going to catch the judgments that I've just read out. So I'm going to close this video out. Once again, giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh. Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Chachadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And a sincere shalom unto you, Akiem, who will be pushing this word around the globe in faith and in truth and in sincerity. And until the next time I'm able to push a lesson, Lord willing, I say shalom.